Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Nikki and this is Into Beauty. And today we're going to do something really exciting because last time you absolutely loved that video. So it was time for an updated version because I bought quite a few new perfumes. So we're going to do an updated collection in my perfumes. I bought like 10, 12 new perfumes and they need to be shared, and I filmed every single one of them, every one that I could find at least, and I can show you what the scent notes are, how it feels, how it wears, and if you want to know what every single perfume is in my collection at this moment, how they smell, what the scent notes are, please keep on watching. As you can see, I have a full collection, so let's go one by one and see what I have in my collection. And please keep in mind, I am not dabbling into any niche perfumes yet. This is all designer perfumes. If you want to know anything about my designer perfumes, I have a lot of knowledge. I have been trained by the brands themselves for many years. I have worked in retail for more than 15 years. I can tell you all the ins and outs about the brands, about their main parent companies. I will tell you anything you want to know. So if you have a question, leave it down below. Last time I did them in alphabetical order. This time I am not, because my collection has grown again, but I will do the same brand at the same time. Let's start with Jean Paul Gaultier. This is my all-time favorite from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is Divine. Yes, you will pronounce this as Divine, not Divine. I talked with the sales rep and she told me actually that it's called Divine. And this one is a beautiful aquatic vanilla-y scent with no vanilla. I was absolutely floored when I saw that there was no vanilla in there, because to me it actually smells like a beach vanilla with a hint of sea salt in there. And this is a love it or hate it perfume. Just like the Black Opium, you either love or hate this perfume. I absolutely love it. As you could see, these are refillable, so I will be buying a refill from this one soon because I am almost out. This is my second bottle. Since the release I have used a bottle and a half. This is an absolute must-have. This is the newer one and this is the intense version, so it's called Le Parfum. So that usually means it's a flanker, it's a stronger version of the original, and they usually have a different but similar scent profile. This one doesn't smell like the first one at all, in my opinion. It does has the same aquatic qualities to it, but this one is way more woodsy and this is more masculine. This is more feminine in my opinion, but I do love the scent. I always forget about it. This one actually screams vanilla to me, but this one doesn't. Keep in mind, this doesn't contain any vanilla. This is a much more softer, more woody, more amber-like perfume. I would say this is more your fresh summer, spring perfume. I would wear it year round, but still. And this is more your evening, summer, fall-like perfume. So it depends on what you prefer. I prefer the original, but they have come out since with an elixir. I have yet to try it, but I am really excited for it. I was never a fan of the Jean Paul Gaultier scents, but this one blew me away. And since then I have started looking for Jean Paul Gaultier for fragrances again. Before that I thought they were more youthful, more geared towards teenagers till 20ers. But I am a 30er and I absolutely love this perfume. Then we have a new one from the Scandal line. I like all of the originals. Don't get me wrong, I like all of them. They are still on my nice to have wish list. So you have the Scandal, the Le Parfum, the So Scandal. The So Scandal is the more sweet version. And I will buy them eventually. Someday I will buy those. But that being said, this one was filled with fig. And many of you know I love me some fig scents. I smelled it maybe a half a year before it came out from the sales rep. I absolutely loved the scent on me. But when I smell it on my bladder, it smells up straight like coconut. And I hate coconut. as you might know, if you've seen any of my perfume videos, I despise lavender and coconut. Coconut takes the cherry, by the way. If I spray it on my body, it completely transforms. Usually, coconut scents accentuate more on my skin, but this one doesn't. It is a beautiful, more warm, summery vibe. That is a complete difference than the original. So if you didn't like the original candles, try it out. It's really different. On my skin, it's way more amber and fig, and this is almost like you have been in a field of fresh figs, and at the same time you will get that earthy note from the wood. I absolutely love this on the skin, but I hate the top note on the blotter because of the coconut. There is a new perfume from this one that's called the Scandal Intense. That one is on my wish list to try. So if you want to know what is all on my wish list, I will make a video about it. It will come live next week. Let's go to Armani next, because I have a new one and I'm really excited about it. I have currently 3 Armani perfumes, and that's not because I don't like them. This is just because I have family and friends that usually grab my Armani perfumes and take them home. I love the C line more than I like the My Way line. I absolutely love that line. It's filled with musky, vanilla-y, white flower scents that I absolutely adore. If you want a more sweeter version of the Armani perfumes, go for the My Way line. That one is really popular and is always a good gift for the holidays. This is the nectar version, so even sweeter than the regular one. I have used the regular one multiple times, and this is just an enhanced version of the other one. This is for me a summer spring perfume because it's so sweet and citrusy, and that I absolutely love it for that season. But I won't use this one much in the fall and winter time. For me, this is an absolute sweet fragrance that I have to be into, otherwise I won't grab it. This one is currently in my Project Pen perfume, so if you're curious about that, I am trying up 5 perfumes at the same time and rotate them out according to the season or when I run out. And it's just a way to use up my perfumes that I won't repurchase, but I still like a lot. This is a perfect example. And I do like the My Way. I would like to have the original, but it's not a must-have, and I love the C line. The original C is also really, really beautiful, but I love the intense version more because of the vanilla that is in there. This one smells like berries. This one smells like lovely vanilla warmth, and I can use this for summertime, winter, fall, springtime. It doesn't matter. This is an all-year perfume for me. This is a perfume where you will turn heads and people were asking, what perfume are you wearing? Giorgio Armani uses synthetic ingredients, which I prefer, and the reason is because your scent won't change on your skin. So how it is on the blotter is the same scent that's on your skin, and it smells almost the same for everyone. So if you recommend this to someone, they will smell the same. This is the new version of the C line. This is the Eclat Musk, and I love musk scents, but I do think they are usually paired with powder, which I don't like. This one is paired with berries, and that makes it such an intoxicating feminine fragrance. This one will absolutely be perfect on a date night, or if you want to wow someone. This is the perfume to go because it's a musk scent which most men and women like, and at the same time it's sweet because of the berries, but not sickly sweet like the nectar My Way. So this is more your elegant, sophisticated sweetness, and I absolutely love the Eclat line because of the berries. Yes, absolutely, yes. Next one up is Valentino, and Valentino is a beautiful, beautiful brand that have loads of unique flavor profiles that smell sophisticated, but still it's a fragrance that everybody loves. This is the original Born This Way. The original Valentino Donna is also really nice, but it's more powdery, which I prefer the Born This Way. This has a beautiful fruitiness to it with loads of vanilla, and this dries down so beautiful on your skin, lingers all day. When you look at the first notes, it's more fruity, and they will disappear within 20 to 30 minutes. But then you will have that lovely amber vanilla woody scent profile that you will keep for the whole day, and I absolutely love it. This is a more sophisticated vanilla perfume. So if you like vanilla but not the main notes, try this one out. It's really, really intoxicating. This one is the Born and Roma Coral, and this one is more its sweet sister. This one has the most delicious candy scent from the opening, but that one fades really quickly and you will have a beautiful flowery goodness that will stay on your skin all day. I do like the notes of the intense version, but I hate coconut, and that one smells straight up coconut in my skin, unfortunately. And the new extra dose is good, but these take the cake for me, so I would like to have the extra dose. This one dries down beautiful, and if you want a perfume that lasts all day, these two will come to play. You might want to reapply if you are going out to dinner or having a date night or a girlfriend night. Then you might want to reapply, but it's never overpowering and it's never too intense. Everybody will like the perfume you're wearing. Nobody has ever said to me, "Oh, what are you wearing? I don't like it." And this is always a bestseller. So if you're looking for a present, always a good option. Another classic is YSL. Let's grab those. I believe I have 4 right now. This one is my all-time favorite from the Libre line. This is the Le Parfum. I absolutely love the Le Parfum version. It's the true vanilla scent. This has beautiful orange blossom in there with a really intense vanilla ambery feel. It's absolutely gorgeous. Stay on all day, and I never had so many compliments when I am wearing this one. So this is a crowd pleaser. Every time I wear this one, people are asking me what am I wearing, and this is just amazing staple. Because I am such a fan of the Le Parfum, I wanted to grab the intense version as well. And this one is more intoxicating, more romantic in my opinion. This one has a beautiful berry-like note in there. I'm calling all of those notes on top of my head, so if I'm mistaken, I will put down the scent notes from every perfume on screen. This one is its younger sister in my opinion. This one is more an evening perfume, a beautiful warm perfume. This one is the more day-to-day perfume that will turn heads as well. I do love the original Libre and the Absolute Platine. I am really curious about the new Le Nu perfume. That one is supposed to be alcohol-free, just like the J'adore Le. Then one of my all-time favorites is going to be the Black Opium. This is the original, the Eau de Parfum. This is my all-time favorite perfume because it reminds me of my husband. I wore this perfume for every single date that we weren't on, so I love this one, not just because of the scent, but just because it has so many memories. Yesterday was my anniversary for 8 years being married, and I am absolutely in love with this one. Every single time we are having a date night or just staying home with the two of us on the couch, I will spray this one on. So it really brings us back to the first moments that we met. And I absolutely love this. Yes, it is a perfume, love it or hate it, but most people know this fragrance. It has a beautiful vanilla coffee tone with a hint of musk. It's really ambery and woody. It's an absolute queen for the night. I will use this one during the day, but like I said, I usually save it for date nights. I wore this one before I met my husband, but right now this is just reminding me of him. And I picked up the glitter version because how could I not? Look at the bottle. I was really intrigued by the marshmallow aspect in here. My husband hates it. He loves this on me. He hates this one. He says it smells cheap and plastic. And I can see why. Because the first notes are really, really intense and alcoholic. But it dries down beautiful and light. It's more the daytime version of this one. Is it a must-have? No, absolutely not. If you want to grab one Black Opium perfume, it would be the original or the extreme if you like that scent note more. However, I recently discovered that the extreme, the Lucid Green and the Neon are discontinued. I am absolutely baffled because I loved those 3 and I still have them on my wish list. So I am thinking that I have to purchase them soon, otherwise I won't be able to. It has that beautiful marshmallow sweetness to it, but not really sickly sweet like the Nectar one from Armani. But this one is almost like eau de toilette or a body mist. It's almost non-existent, which I don't really get because this one is such a beautiful, intense version. I don't get this release. I much rather have the illicit green or the neon. It does linger a bit more on my skin, but still, it's not what I hoped or expected. Let's grab Dior. Since we were talking about it, we'll tell you up straight, I don't prefer Dior scents. They are too powdery for me, too much rose, and that's their strength. It's an absolute killer brand and an absolute perfect perfume. I do see the hype, I do see the lovely, lovely products, but not for me. And this one is the original J'adore, only the La Eau. I had multiples of all of the Dior fragrances when I was training with them. It is their alcohol-free perfume, so it won't dry out your skin or your hair or anything, and it's really good for a sensitive skin. So that's what I like about it. I prefer it because it has a lighter scent than the original J'adore. It comes out milky. It is actually white. It is a beautiful powdery goodness that I absolutely see why people love this, but it is just not my fragrance style. I got it from the brand when I was training there, and that's why I have these perfumes, but I do see the appeal. I do see why people love this. Then we have the new Miss Dior Parfum, at least the newest one I have. When you first spray it, it is that really earthy vibe with loads of strawberries in there, which set them apart from the others, which I actually prefer. But then it will dry down to the known Miss Dior, more rose, more powder. I can't tell you when I use these because I don't use them as much, maybe once or twice each month, but not much at all. It is such a shame because I want to love all of the Dior perfumes. I have tried them all, even the exclusives, but they're not for me. That I can't find my Dior perfume because I have been trying. And this one is the Silky Body Mist. This is more your spritz of a regular Miss Dior, only really light and airy, and of course the moisturizing body milk. I just keep these out because I love the look of them. But if you do love Miss Dior, I understand why. And Dior is such an iconic brand and a powerhouse in my opinion. Let's rip the band-aid off with Chanel because I feel the exact same way about Chanel. I don't like the Chanel perfumes on me either. There's one perfume from the Chanel ones that I love, and that one is the Venice, and it's an exclusive collection from Chanel's website or the Chanel stores. I have smelled every single exclusive when I was at headquarters from Chanel, but it is such a shame that I can't buy those in store and actually get the promotions. But I will buy that one because it's the only Chanel perfume that I absolutely love. This is the Chance line. I have the Au Tendre and the Fresh. This one is more your powdery sweet goodness that most people adore when they use Chanel or Dior. This opens up beautifully with some flowers, with some rose and some sweetness in there. I expect some fruit, and it will dry down more powdery with a hint of musk. A lot of people don't know that there is musk in here. And this one is the Eau Fresh, the more fresh citrusy version of the original Chance. And this one is more earthy, more citrusy, like I said. I like to combine this one with the more intense sweetness of other perfumes, so it will tone it down and make it a more pleasurable perfume for me. So I do actually use them some days, but more to mix and not use them straight up, because in my opinion this one has too much patchouli and green in there. It will dry down with loads of rose and some powderiness. If you do like the Chanel fragrances, the Chance line is the most accepted by most people. The Coco Mademoiselle is really specific. The number 5 is really specific. The Gabrielle is really specific. The Chance line is more for everyone. So if you want to try out one from the Chanel line, try out the Coco Mademoiselle one, the original, not the intense version. Try out the original first and try out the Chance. I prefer the Automne above the original. If you look at the caps, the metal caps are the ones that are Eau de Parfum. The clear caps are the Eau de Toilette. But Chanel, another amazing powerhouse. I just wished I could get Venice in store. Let's quickly switch to Rabanne. Another brand just like Jean Paul Gaultier that I never thought I would collect. Because I thought they were a bit more young. But here we are. I have 5 of them. And as you can see, I really enjoy them. Do I need 3 of these? No, I don't. That's why one of them is in my project pen. But I actually really enjoy these. This is my first love. This is the Olympia. This is the solar version. This one is just summer in a bottle for me. This has a beautiful sweetness to it. Not the sickly sweet, but the elevated sweet one. And this is so warm and inviting. I always imagine that I'm on the terrace with a glass of wine with this one. I can almost smell the sunshine in here. It's not a citrusy, fresh scent for summer, but more warm, elevated, warm summer nights perfume. And this one I wear all year round, but especially in the spring and summertime. An absolute powerhouse of a perfume. And I am on my 2nd bottle already. And then I have a smaller bottle of the Rabanne Olympia Intense. This is the new version. I believe they also have the Perfume version, and I still need to smell that one. This one blew me away. I absolutely love the scent, the muskiness that came out. This is fruity, musky, vanilla, ambery. This is the grown-up version, the evening perfume of that one. I don't love the original Olympia, so I'm really excited that I love this one, and I'm really excited for the perfume one. I hope I love that one. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Then we got a more sweet, fun, exciting scent, and this is the Fame Perfumes. This one is the original, the Intense, and the Perfume version. And this one is more your mango. This is more your musk vanilla. This one has vanilla in there as well. And this one is a bit unique. Some of the people that I talked to said this one smelled straight up like bodily fluids. Some people say like they absolutely love it. So it depends on which category you fall in. Like I said, this one is beautiful with mango, a lovely sweetness to there, with some amber and some vanilla and some wood in the base. This is an absolute beautiful scent, and I like to use this one in the spring and summertime because it's so sweet but elevated. And my son absolutely loves these. He always asks if I want to wear the dolls. The Intense version is a bit more powdery, a bit more white flower. You do smell the wood in there and the amber. It's a bit smoky. There is some coconut water in there that I do smell, but not translates on my skin, fortunately. There is some ylang ylang in there, some jasmine, like they all have some jasmine. And of course some musk, because it wouldn't be a Fame perfume without musk. This one also has some mango in there in the top notes, but you do have that pink pepper spiciness and some jasmine in there. It smells more vanilla-y. It doesn't contain any vanilla, but some benzoin, which explains the vanilla-y vibe. But this one is more the elevated version from that one. This is more sweet, this is more elevated, this is more evening, and this is more the day. So it depends on your vibe. Let's go to Prada. Alright, as you can see, I have 3 of them. This is the original Intense Prada Paradox, an absolute gorgeous perfume that flew off the shelves, and I am loving this one as well. This is one of my favorites. As you can see, the packaging deteriorates a bit because of the scent, but this one is so beautiful with some vanilla, some musk, some amber, some white flower. This one is absolutely me in a bottle. This one is intoxicating. Everybody likes this one. I have tried it out on different people at the same time. We tried it out with a group of 15, I believe, and everybody smelled different. Everybody smelled delicious. It was really, really unique. And I think that because of it's so versatile, people absolutely love this. I got a refill because I was almost out. This one isn't refillable. So I will buy a bigger version so I can refill it. But this one was a really good deal. That's why I picked it up. I also like the original, but this one has changed in color a bit. It was more pinky, now it's more yellow, which surprises me because it's a little bit over a year old. It is almost full, so it shouldn't be oxidizing. And it's stored in a dry room with no sunlight. This one is just a less intense version of this one. They're exact copies in my mind. No, they're not an exact copy, but this one is much more well-rounded. It lingers longer on your skin. You will get more bang for your buck for this one because you have to reapply this one more often. This is one I use when I go to bed or just running some errands and I don't need to smell all day. If I just had one, it would be the intense version. Then we have this one, and in my memory it was really, really good. Well, my memory disserviced me. This is the Prada Infusion, the fig. So it's a fig infusion, and this one is supposed to be a really lovely fig. And this one is so intensely herby. This is so intense and extreme that I can't wear this one on my own. I have to mix it, otherwise I will smell so bad. You don't have to use much in order to be really intense. And I have been liking using this together with some really sweet perfumes like the Gaultier one or the My Way Nectar. It will elevate them a bit more, gearing towards some herbiness, some spice. But yeah, this one was a disappointment because in my memory it was a beautiful fruity fig, but it isn't. It's really intensely herby. When I smell this, it's almost like a Lush store. It's really reminding me of that. Let's go to Givenchy. This is my Givenchy collection as of right now. I am really keen to try out the new Givenchy version. I am so excited for that. You will have the Absolute and you will have the Perfume. I can add those to the collection, and I have still to grab one of the rouges. This one is the Rouge Ultime, and I want the regular rouge as well. This is a perfume that I used for ages and I am still loving. If I don't know what to wear, it's always a L'Interdit. I believe the intense version is now discontinued. At least that's what the sales rep told me back then. But I don't get why, because it's one of the best perfumes that they have. This is a beautiful spring winter vibe with a lovely sweet scent, but not intensely sickly sweet at all. This is a beautiful, well-rounded perfume with some white flowers, and I absolutely love it. This is a scent that never gets boring. This is a scent everybody will like. I think 9 out of 10 people, they absolutely love it, and I am absolutely one of those people that absolutely love it. They also have a different line that's called the Irresistible line. I don't like that one. It's way too powdery, way too rosy for me. If you love the Mr. Dior line or the Coco Mademoiselle, try out the Irresistible line. You will love it. The men's version of this one is also divine. It's the Gentleman line. My first designer perfume was actually a Givenchy one. It was the Ange Dimon Le Secret. And this one starts with a beautiful pear. You will get that white flower, the orange blossom, the jasmine, and the basis of the beautiful vanilla, and all of them has a hint of patchouli, which I really love. It will give that slight earthiness to it. The intense version is more Bad Sister. It has the black pepper, so you will get that spice, and the same orange blossom, that white flower in the middle, and again the patchouli and the vanilla and the base. So if you want, this is your day perfume, this is your night perfume when you are going out on a date or going clubbing. If people still do that, I don't know. I used to when I was like 16. But this is a beautiful, well-rounded, spicy perfume. And the Rouge Ultime is more your fall-like scent. This one has sweetness of the jasmine and orange blossom on top, so it will start with that sweetness, but then you will get that really tobacco-y cacao note. It almost smells like cinnamon. There's no cinnamon in there. This one doesn't has any vanilla in there, but does have the patchouli. So it is almost like a more sweet version of this one in the beginning, but then goes a bit more warm, a bit more chocolatey. And you will have the regular rouge, and that one is more cinnamon, like more fall type as well. I prefer that more fall time, that more intense version. But that being said, I love this for during the day. So this is always one that I will have in my collection. I've used like 10 bottles of this one. Let's go to Boss, because I have a few of those. They have two main lines. They have the scent version and the life line. I like both for different reasons. I think this is more your lovely everyday everybody will love, and this is more your intenser, warmer, richer version that you have to love. Let's start with the original scent. This is the Eau de Parfum. This one is much lighter and airy, but it contains loads of musk, really lovely white flowers, really warm, but a hint of sweetness, maybe some pear. And this is a beautiful scent. It is more powdery than the Le Interdit one. So if you are loving that one, but you want some more powderiness, try this one. It's really similar, but more powder. I actually really enjoy that one for lighter days. This one is the Elixir, and the Elixir is really intense. They only sold 50 ml bottles because it was so intense. And this one is really, really spicy, really sexy. It has an ingredient that only Boss and Gucci can use. And that one is really seductive, really sweet. There is some musk in there. This is the more elevated, warm evening version that is so seductive, so sexy, and the men's version is really good as well. They came out with it days before Valentine's Day, so people could buy one for men and one for women together, so you could wear the same perfume and be attracted to each other like a magnet. Then we have the Alive. This is the regular Eau de Parfum, and this one is more your sweet, vanilla-y, musky fragrance that everybody loves. It's really well-rounded, really warm, really easy to wear. Maybe has some amber in there, some wood, but this one is absolutely a crowd pleaser and will get many compliments from other women, because this one is just that girl. If you want a scent that you will like, but most people will like, perfume for the office for instance, grab the Alive one. I've never came across someone that said, oh no, thank you. The Alive Perfume version, this one is a bit more bold. This one starts out a bit more sweet, but will have that spicy, sexy note. Not as much as the Elixir. This one trumps every sexy perfume, but this one still has that sexiness to it. It's almost like the sexiness of the Libre. And this one is a beautiful berry-like scent with some amber and some wood. This is an absolute delicious perfume. If you want a simple perfume routine for daytime, for the office, loads of compliments. For the evening, a more seductive version of that one. Let's stick with Coty and go to Gucci. And this one is a beautiful brand. I don't like the original In Bloom line. That scent is not for me. I know my baby sister loves that scent. I absolutely don't. But this is a beautiful re-release of the Gucci Flora. They used to be in those clear bottles, but they changed up the formula and they put them in more opaque packaging, so they don't have to use any preservatives. Same profile as before, but elevated. And this one is the Gucci Flora Jasmine, a really beautiful scent. It houses a lot of jasmine, like the bottle says. The main accords are jasmine, magnolia and mandarin, and that's absolutely perfect description. Is beautiful, flowery, beautiful sweetness. Jasmine absolutely comes forward, and it will has a base of lovely woodiness. So it's a beautiful scent. Then you have the Gardenia, an absolute powerhouse again. This one has white gardenias, jasmine and pear blossom, and you will really smell the pear in there. I love it when they put the notes on the back. And this one is so beautiful. It really smells like more pink flowers. This one really smells like white flowers. This smells more like pink flowers, and the pear really shines through. I absolutely love this. I do also love the magnolia version, but we used to have a magnolia tree in the backyard, so I gave it to my baby sister because she absolutely loved the scent because it reminded her of home. And I also love the new one, I'm not sure what the name is. It's the yellow one. And I'm really keen to try out the intense version of the Gardenia that has now come out. I want to try that out so much. And then we have a special perfume, the Gucci Guilty Elixir. The Gucci Guilty line is really nice if you ask me. I would like to have some. I love the Absolute, I love the Original Intense, but those are not must-haves for me. This one is really, really sweet. Oh, the other one is called Orchid. The yellow one is Orchid. This one is really sweet with berries, with cherry. I usually don't like cherries in my scent profiles, but here I do. And this has the same seductive note as that other one from Boss, the Elixir. Really seductive, peppery vibe. And this is a perfume that dries down beautiful on my skin. It does it on everybody, so you really have to try it out in order to like it. This will smell beautiful on everyone. Different, but beautiful. This one will sometimes smell like nothing or smell like divine, and like on my skin it does. This one is really spicy, seductive, evening wear. So if you want to gain some compliments, try it out on your skin and see if it's something for you. Don't blind buy this one because you will regret it. Trust me. Sticking with Coty, I have a few one-offs. Chloe and Carolina Herrera. This is also a Coty brand. And as you can see, I have two. So one is my Project Pen. A beautiful, beautiful scent. I love the original the most. I think it's such a shame that they didn't make this the applicator. So you would push this to spray it out. No, you have to push here and it will spray out here. Such a missed opportunity. A really beautiful heel. I am excited to try out a new one that just came out. But this is just a scent that most people will like. I don't love the blush or the glam version, the Very Good Girl. Those are not my perfect scents. This one is amazing on me. It will have that sweetness, that warmth, that amber, that sexiness. Oh, there is some white flower in there. No sweetness, just some beautiful, beautiful goodness. And I don't know anyone that doesn't like this scent. So if you're looking for a gift, this is always a good option. The other ones is more specific. The blush version, for example, is more powdery. The Very Good Glam is more intense, but in a sweet sense, so it depends on what you like. And then we have Chloe. I used to have one, but I almost forgot that I got a second Chloe perfume. Chloe is not my scent profile, because just like the Irresistible line from Givenchy, or the Miss Dior, or the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, it's more powdery. This one surprised me. This is the Luminance, I believe. Yes, I believe it's the Chloe Luminance version. This is a beautiful scent. It has more sweetness, more sparkle to it. It's almost pear-like. I believe there are some white flowers in there, but the powderiness is not too intense. It is not overpowering, just like the regular Chloe perfumes. You could see by the bows which version you have. I think that's a bit too non-descriptive. This is the only version that I like of this line. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent, and I am happy that I bought it. I don't use it often, but I still am really happy. And a recent purchase is the Nomad. This is the only one that I like from the Nomad line, and this is the Egypt version. And this is the Eau de Parfum, and they just came out with a Lumière version. And I am not sure how it will smell. If I hear Chloe, Nomad, Lumière, Egypt, I think of combining these two. Hopefully that's true, but this is a beautiful scent that reminds me of actually Egypt. Laying on the beach, having that palm tree scent. I can't describe it. I believe there's white flowers in there. I believe it's a bit aquatic, but still warm. It's almost like you can smell the sun in this one. Like I said, I do love these, but I don't think I will be buying more Carolina Herrera or Chloe perfumes. Let's go to Guerlain. This one from Dolce & Gabbana, and add the Burberry in too. This one is the Aqua Allegoria line from Guerlain, and this is a beautiful, beautiful line. I love the bubbles. They are refillable, which I appreciate. I love the little bee on there as well. And this one is the Mandarin Basilic. And this is a beautiful, fresh mandarin white flower scent. with a hint of herbiness from the basilic, and you will get some wood when it dries down. This is just like walking underneath some mandarin trees. This is a beautiful, beautiful spring summer scent, and I absolutely love it. This is my most favorite scent from the Guerlain line, and that's just because it's vanilla, and I absolutely adore vanilla, as you might know. This is the Bosque Vanilla, and if you want a straight up true, honest vanilla, like the Madagascar vanilla, this is it. This is the most intoxicating vanilla ever, and I absolutely love it. This is always one that I will repurchase as long as I can. They came out for it as a limited edition for fall last year, and it was so popular that they decided to keep it. And I can see why, obviously. So if you want a true vanilla, this is the most true vanilla that I ever have found. Next one up is Dolce & Gabbana, and they made a full comeback with this line. This is the Devotion line, and everybody is talking about it again, and everybody's talking about their makeup as well. So talk about a full comeback. This is the original, the Eau de Parfum, and I absolutely love it. The ingredient list is really short and clean. You will have some candied citrus notes in there, so it smells sweet but fresh. You will have some vanilla, some wood in there, and this is absolutely amazing. So think of a more citrusy version of this one and you will have Devotion. When I smelled this for the first time, we got a lab sample. It was amazing, and I was like, yes, I need that. The day that it came out, I put it on my wish list, and I recently bought it and I couldn't resist. I bought the other one too. This one is in the intense version, and it's so amazing. This one doesn't have any candied citrus, but amazing hazelnut. So imagine this one, only a more richer, warmer perfume for evening. You can obviously use this during the day as well, but my goodness, this perfume smells delicious. And even my husband says, like, wow, if you want a beautiful, more vanilla-y, nutty scent, grab this one, because I know vanilla is hard to come by in men perfumes. This is absolutely unisex. Another Coty release is the Burberry Goddess, and yes, just like Dolce & Gabbana, they made a comeback. This one flew off the shelves, and within 2 days the whole of the Netherlands was sold out. They highly underestimate the release, and everybody loves the Goddess perfume. This one is the Eau de Parfum. I have two because I got one from Burberry themselves and I bought one. This one is almost out and is in my project pen. This one starts with a loads and loads of lavender, which I don't like. On me, it's the most gorgeous vanilla perfume with a hint of floweriness and some sweetness in there. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. Unfortunately, I don't smell any of the lavender on me. If you don't like lavender, put it on your skin first. This is a different version of vanilla than that one. If you want a true honest vanilla, grab this one. If you want a different, more aquatic vanilla, try out this one. If you're more citrusy, try this one. And if you want a more nutty one, try this one. Vanilla heaven. And I do want to have the new intense version and the new perfume version. Those are still on the wish list. We're almost at the end stretch, so let's combine a few again. This is Narciso, and Narciso is a beautiful, beautiful brand if you like musky, powdery scents. I love musky scents, but not powdery scents. So I do appreciate these, but they're not my most favorite. This is the Crystal, and the Crystal is a bit more luminous, a bit more fresh, a bit more bright. It has some sweetness, some floweriness, maybe some fruit in there. But this one is not straight up your powdery perfume. And like I said, all of the Narciso scents are heavily, heavily musky. So really seductive. People are asking what you're wearing. I love the originals as well, but my friends and family took those. And this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. If you want your muskiness, but a little bit more brightness for the winter and springtime. I usually use this one in springtime and in winter. Then we have the All of Me, one of the latest releases with a completely different bottle. They usually have these straight bottles and very square packaging, but this one is the first that is a bit rounded. And this one is absolutely different scent of Narciso. Most people that came to the store and smelled the Narciso scent were actually really surprised, and sometimes actually disappointed by the new release because they don't match with the original musky Narciso scents. And this one is much more bright and luminous, just like this one, but it has more white flower, a bit more freshness, but still loads of powder and loads of musk. If you don't love the original because it's too powdery or too musky, try this one out. It's a bit lighter, a bit fresher. They also have an intense version of that, but I prefer the original. Then we go to Viktor&Rolf. Viktor&Rolf is a Dutch brand actually. Viktor&Rolf is a Dutch designer duo, Viktor and Rolf, and they created Flower Bomb, and God, have they been milking it ever since. I was looking at all of the releases since this one, and I believe they have like 50 plus releases from the original Flower Bomb. It was ridiculous. But this one is a really lovely, bright, berry-like, fruity, but flowery scent. It has musk in there as well. This is a beautiful addition if you want something like the Narciso, but a bit more fresh, a bit more fruity. This is the original and I really like that. I am really keen to try the extreme version because that sounds a bit more vanilla-y, I believe. I am also really interested in the Nectar and the Dew version. The men's version, the Spice Bomb, is one of the most popular scents amongst teenagers or 20ers. That one flew off the shelves. So if you want something that you can buy as a present, Flower Bomb is always a good option, and Spice Bomb for men. And then we have this one. This is the Good Fortune scent. I am really keen to try out the other version, I believe the intense version of the Good Fortune, the Elixir. This one is much more spicy than the other one. More flower, more woody in this base. And it smells like a completely different scent, which I really appreciate, because then you will have two scent profiles within a line. You also have the Bon Bon line, but I believe that one is more your powdery goodness, just like the Miss Dior. These two are really good as an option. If you like the Flower Bomb, you will most definitely love the Good Fortune one. It's a bit more fruity, freshness, a bit more spicy. And then we have a brand that falls under Shiseido group, is Zadig and Voltaire. Just like Narciso, by the way, this is also Shiseido group. Zadig and Voltaire is a really not so popular brand that I see everywhere, but it is a really popular brand in the Netherlands at least. This is the perfume. This is really her. They always have a play on her or him. These bottles are really beautiful. They are squared and these are a bit less pricey. These scents are really good for a present. Same goes for the Azero ones. This is the intense version, so not original. This is really her, but the intense version, which I prefer because it's a bit more well-rounded, a bit more sexy. But this is a really luminous, light, bright scent, really similar to the Narciso Crystal. You will have some fruitiness, some floweriness in there, a hint of some powdery or musky. But this one is mainly just a really bright, well-loved fragrance. I'm not certain if someone doesn't like this. Again, a really good present as well. If you like Narciso, if you like other fragrances from the Shiseido group, just like Shiseido's own brand, or for example the Izumiyaki line, try Zadig and Voltaire. A really good brand. I wouldn't mind having more, but I'm not willing to buy more. And then we have a kind of leftovers, except for these two are still a duo. This one is Kayali. I am determined to pick up the 28 vanilla and some others, but like I said in my previous videos, my mother-in-law uses the vanilla one, so I'm not willing to bet on that. But once we move to the States, I don't see why I can't. And this one is the Eden Sparkling Lychee. This one smells straight up like candy. A really beautiful one. Again, you have the keynotes on the back. You have blackcurrant, sparkling lychee, rose damasca, candied violet, sugary amber and sandalwood. And yes, you can definitely smell the lychee, the candied violet, some amber in there and some sandalwood. So you will have loads loads and loads of fruity sweetness with a base of more amber and wood. And that's how it actually wears on me. I don't use this one on its own often. I usually mix it with more herby scents or even some scents that are a bit too powdery for me to really up that sweetness. So I like them more. Yet again, a lovely fragrance that I will wear in the summertime or the springtime on its own, but I prefer mixing it. I am putting this one on the end because the other ones are really light and fresh scents, and this one is intense. Then we have the squared red wood. It doesn't matter if you get the pink one or the red one, they smell really, really similar. This is a beautiful perfume for gifting because it isn't expensive and still you will have a lovely sweet, more rosy scent. It is absolutely a scent that Kayali could make. So if you are looking for a scent that you can wear during the day for lovely freshness, for some sweetness, this is a beautiful scent. Like I said, the pink one is just a bit lighter, so I grabbed a red one. But this is a beautiful candy sweetness with a hint of fruit. And you do smell some wood in the back notes. This is a beautiful scent that I don't wear often mix or just use a room spray before I go to bed. Something like that. This one is another really sweet scent. This one is the Versace Dylan Purple. This one does have some depth to it. You can really smell the luminance in there, those fruitiness, but there is something that's elevating it. I like this one more in terms of sweetness than those two, because this is not just straight up candy. This is more layered and more developed. This actually smells like a beautiful candy, but not extremely sweet. So this is a scent that I actually really enjoy. Yes, it doesn't stay long because it is a more lighter perfume. But if you just want something that you can spritz and go about, this is a beautiful scent. This one is the Versace Eros and the men's version is really popular, but people sleep on the female version. This has a lovely brightness with loads of white flowers. Really smells sweet, but not too sweet, just like the Dylan Purple. It's more elevated, it's more glowy. You will actually feel like a spring fresh day. I like to use this one or the Dylan Purple one before I go to bed because it's not too intense. I can really enjoy the scent without it overpowering. It's a beautiful scent for if you go to work because nobody will be offended by it, and it's a really good one if you just want a light spritz of perfume because you don't like overpowering scents. If you want more fruitiness, go for this one. If you want more floral, go for this one. Then we have Tom Ford Black Orchid. The complete opposite spectrum of these. Because this is sweetness and freshness, and this is absolutely spiciness and herbiness and darkness. When I need to feel like a boss, like a queen, when I need to overpower some men in the room, this is the perfume I'll wear. Please use sparingly. Whereas I can miss these abundantly, this one is just a 2 spritz perfume for me. This is a really unisex perfume that is really herbally, really woody, really intense. It's a scent that people will love or hate. It is more spicy than the Black Opium. It's more intense and heavy. It's a beautiful, seductive evening perfume. But you must love herbness, some patchouli, I believe. It's really spicy notes. If you, for instance, layer something like this, a really sweet scent, just 1 spritz, you will have a beautiful layered perfume that will open up in some sweetness and slowly will develop in some spicy, herby, woody beautifulness. And if I want to tone this one down, I often use any of the sweet scents that I have on top of this or on top of any other sensual, sexy, more spicy perfumes, or even, for instance, with the fig perfume from Prada. If you layer some fresh and some sweetness, it will layer beautiful and really tone something like this down. So if you have perfumes that you don't like or I wish it was more, try to mix and combine them. I will do a separate video on my most favorite combinations, so you could try it out, but please try it out. Buy some blotters if you want. I just grabbed them on AliExpress or something like that. So really cheap, but they do help in terms of not using your arm to swatch everything because it will smell like a hot mess. What perfumes should I buy? I am thinking of going into some more niche perfumes next year, please go to my wish list that's coming next week. I have some ideas on that. I hope you guys love it, just like you last time did. Please let me know down below which perfumes should I pick up, smell, try out, because I want to add to my collection even more, because I love perfumes, as you might have seen. In December I am going to attempt to do a perfume declutter, and not because I want to get rid of them, but because some perfumes I just simply don't wear, and I think other people could be really excited with receiving that perfume. If you're excited for that, please give it a like, so I know I have to film that, because I have to pre-film for December a little bit, so I will be filming that next month. Leave a thumbs up if you would like me to film a perfume declutter. I hope you had loads of fun in this video, and I will see you soon. Bye guys!